Welcome back. Thank you so much for keeping it dialed in. We're going to talk a little cricket, and the IPL has not disappointed this year. The Kolkata Knight Riders kept their playoff hopes alive with a crucial 14-run win over the Delhi Capitals yesterday, thanks to another match-winning spell from Sunil Narine. So after setting a massive 204, KKR held their nerve in a pretty tense chase, with Narine and Chakravarti playing some key roles in dismissing Delhi's middle and lower order. I came out of the gates thinking, Mr. Robbie, that the batsmen were going to dominate in the IPL, because we were just seeing and a lot of South Africans featuring in those innings, but the bowlers seem to have brought balance. But if you had to look at the IPL in general, we've had the discoveries of young talent, we've had the older senior statesmen shining, we've had new players blood in, careers rebirthed. This is what the IPL is about, yeah? It
is, and you say it like, if we look at it, in the beginning, it was, I made a video saying, actually, who would want to be a bowler at the IPL?
Oh.
The economy rates, if you were going to 10 and over, which is actually not great. If you're going to 10 and over, you actually had a pretty good game.
Yeah, you might have won the game for them, yeah.
Anything under 10, you were like, okay, we got something good here. And now all of a sudden it's sort of switched, and the bowlers are coming right, and yeah, it's really had it all. This IPL, and it's every day. It's every single day. There's a new storyline, a new 14-year-old that's come out.
I don't think any of us have wrapped our head around it. What I'm loving is it's also a stadium filled with people every single day. There is appetite to consume, and I think we understand where this fits into the ecosystem. Kudos for India for, I think, putting a rung in the developmental ladder that wasn't there before, because now you get young players, like 14-year-old players, sharing a change room with the best in the world. When we look at some of the standout players from yesterday, Sunil Narine seems to have that head about him. For these players to be bled into the game under that kind of pressure in front of 100,000 people, to be able to deliver like that, it's like something in the water there. That's crazy, man.
You know, he's also not a guy who's particularly consistent, but he comes out in like really big moments, which I think is why he's so sought after in the IPL. He's a guy who's, you know, like yesterday, opens the bat in and comes in, and I think he's just given a license, like, just have a crack.
Just go, yeah.
Just smash it. So came out the blocks, firing massive sixes, hits a long ball, and then he's bowling as well. He's so experienced as well, so he's been in these games and he's played in high-pressure moments, so which allows him to perform. It's his clutch moments that he comes right in. So I often say, like, generally he's not...
Yeah.
He's not that
But if
consistent.
you had to ask someone to put down on paper a player you want there to go into the knockouts, to go into those crunch moments, he would certainly be on that. How do you coach players like that in the IPL? If you look at the way the Delhi Capitals approached their chase yesterday, because you need to give the players license to go and do what they do, but you still have to have some kind of overarching goal and system and kind of mindset. What did you make of their approach?
You know, it's funny. Actually, they were speaking to Kevin Peterson just before their timeout, their strategic timeout, and they were saying, what are you going to say to them in the strategic timeout? I think it was after the first power play, 6 overs. And he was like, well, I can't coach these. Nothing I say now is going to improve their game. Like, they know exactly what to do. Delhi, they started strong. They started really strong. And then, in the middle overs, sort of a couple of quick wickets, and they lost wickets in clusters, which I think broke them. And Narine, the lead in that. So, they struggled a little bit, and I thought they were going to maybe come right, but no, it didn't quite happen for them.
When we look at the impact of bowlers, I mean, I love the fact that when you bring it back to the SA20, we've got spin bowlers opening in pals. Something has shifted.
20 overs.
And I think with Kolkata, they hit that wall. There was something about the slow bowling that's been exposed. How do they approach that differently? What could they have done better in there? Because they came out the gates beautifully as well. But how do you build momentum? And okay, albeit most of these guys can hit it out of the stadium, but it's a completely different mindset. Suddenly the shift has to be all on you to build that momentum and that pace.
I think what they did, and we speak about the middle overs, they got key wickets. So they got Axel Patel, who's an incredible hitter, and then Tristan Subs. We know all about Tristan Subs and how he can hit cricket balls. So they got key wickets in those middle overs with big hitters. So you think Tristan Stubbs didn't get runs, but if he gets a start, the game looks a little bit different, especially with momentum. They got Faf out, and Faf's just, he's like a fine wine, isn't he? He's just aging, not just his cricket, but...
Well, the thing, and we might lose him to India, dude. He is a superstar there, and I think he understands. He's embraced that. What does this mean for Kolkata? What does this mean in the bigger picture? Kind of set the scene for us now moving into the playoffs.
Well, it keeps their playoff hopes alive, which is nice and obviously a positive thing. But what I think it will do for them is that Delhi Capital side's a really good side. And for them to win that game, really
At
high
this
pressure
time,
at this
exactly.
time. It shows that they can step up. So maybe they're peaking at the right time, heading into playoff season. It's going to do them really good. Like the confidence levels there will probably be a bit high, and you want a guy like Narayan firing it sort of towards the back end.
And it is. There's kind of like two momentums here. You need the team to be gelling and feeling it, and you need those individual players to play inside and outside the box, because it is that kind of sevens unforgiving mentality where you need players to have the freedom to express themselves, but there still needs to be a bigger picture. Who's going to take the IPL this year?
Oh, I like Mumbai. I like Mumbai Indians because I like Ryan Record. They've got to back a South African to win. Also like Delhi. But yeah, I think Mumbai Indians or RCB are in the mix there.
Are in the pound seat, and we love the fact that the South Africans are featuring just about every news story. And of course, Robbie's been handling the sporting news for us and absolutely loving it, dude. Thank you so much for your input and staying awake all night and getting up at 4 in the morning for us as well. But that's what it requires to be a fan of sport. Now, loving the IPL this year, the batsmen, the bowlers both delivering, and the South Africans putting their hands up.